Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
We are reading Radha, Rasa, Sudhanidhi, verse 95. I don't hear anything.
Louder?
After this one. Radha.
Como?
Radha.
Bhagavad is good. Huh?
Radha.
More love. Yeah?
Radha. Yes.
Yes.
So verse number 95. May the two wonderful syllables Radha
Yeah. Raho.
that immediately attract the Lord of Gokula after even one single utterance, that makes all goals of human life seem futile when love is developed for it, and that mark the mantra that is lovingly repeated by Lord Madhava and by Shri Krishna, may it become manifest to me. May the two wonderful syllables Radha that immediately attract the Lord of Gokula after even one single utterance, that makes all goals of human life seem futile when love is developed for it, and that mark the mantra that is lovingly repeated by Lord Madhava, says Vishnu, and even by Shri Krishna. May this name become manifest to me. In the following 3 verses, Sripada, in external consciousness, praises the holy name of Sri Radha, which makes all the 4 goals of human life seem useless. Religiosity leads to financial gain. Financial gain leads to sense enjoyment. And sense enjoyment leads, through frustration, to liberation. All these goals are selfish purposes, but loving devotion to Krishna is the selfless 5th goal of human life.
Yeah.
Beyond that, in the dimension of Rasa, is the service of Sri Radha. The great acharyas have
underlined it.
Yes.
Beyond that. How they will understand beyond that. 10:10, Bhagavad Gita. When you are signed with Krishna, beyond that, and you reach slowly, loudly, might good word.
Ultimate goal. The ultimate goal.
Beyond that, ultimate goal. You see the Bhagavad Gita 10 and explanation of Prabhupada. Radha. That is one word here. What is that? Beyond that.
Beyond.
If it is not assigned, you will not understand. Beyond that. Yes, right, Sundar? Yes, of course. Yeah. You are listening and Sarnagati is understanding. You listen and Sudhanidhi understand.
The great acharyas have preferred that even over the service of Shri Krishna. The Brahma Vaivarta Purana relates how Shri Krishna is at once attracted by a single utterance of Radha's holy name.
Bhagavan.
When Madhava only hears the syllable Ra, he immediately becomes happy. And when he hears the syllable Ha, he eagerly runs after her, or after
The arm is Avati. The arm is running from that. Not there, even the Ganga also, was moving.
When he hears the syllable Da, he eagerly runs after her, or after the pronouncer of the syllable, to reward him.
Underlined.
So, but we must be fixed to know which reward we need, so to say. Devotee doesn't need a reward.
Reward was love. Is the reward. Their love is the reward. Their reverence for God. Reverence is reward. They give themselves to us.
Sripada then says, not only Madhava, meaning Lord Narayana of Vaikuntha, but even Shri Krishna himself chants these, who is Narayana's Amshi, or origin, chants these syllables, Radha, with great love.
Narayana chant. Ansi means part of it. Krishna to Bhagavan chant. Means original Lord is Krishna himself. Krishna to Bhagavan chant. All of his aspects.
Shri Krishna is called the origin of Lord Vishnu, Amshi, because of Krishna is called the origin of Lord Vishnu, because of his unrivaled sweetness. The girls of Mathura praised him for this in Srimad Bhagavatam. O friends, what austerities did the gopis perform, that they could always see the form of Krishna, which is unrivaled in sweetness, and which is the essence of beauty. The word asamordha in the verse means no form is equal to or greater than Krishna's. And anayasida means exclusively perfect or most perfect.
Wow.
These words clearly indicate that Krishna's form is far superior in beauty to that of Lord Vishnu. It is written with golden letters in Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna's form and chanted even Lord Vishnu and his consort, Goddess Lakshmi. For Gopala's welfare, his father and mother had him initiated in Narayana Mantra by Bhavuri Muni, and after he is bathed and dressed in the morning, they tell him to go to the temple room of Lord Narayana to praise his mantra there, to practice his mantra there. But when Krishna goes to the temple, he thinks to himself, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the three worlds are ecstatic because of me, but is there anyone who can make me happy?
All the other दो बोतल ये सैंडलवुड का ये है, इससे अच्छा भी मैंने तो देखो दो बोतल हाँ
पता नहीं आती
गुलाब
All the three worlds
प्रशांत भैया से ही पूछ लिया जब नहीं पूछ लिया जो मिल रहा
all the three worlds are ecstatic because of me. But is there anyone who can make me happy?
Wow. He can make happy to all three worlds. But anyone who makes happy to him, nobody thinks this. Wow, underline this.
This is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 4.
And you don't want to say the name of God who makes happy to this. It's often painful, not often. You feel pain with that, those people who is not understanding this. Ajnanata, ignorance comes with. Bhagavad Gita, Tesam Satatyuttanam, Bhajtam Priti Purva. If your priti is there, love is there, then he can continue in this pure. Yutta and priti is there. And Satat Yutta. Who see this, that who loves me, and that way he tries to find, to serve those who love me. That is Priti. He loves me. He is not avoiding to love me. He is Satatilta, Sudhanidhi understands. Who has been satisfying with Krishna, then that is to like to love.
All the three worlds are ecstatic because of me. But is there anyone who can make me happy? Only someone who is 100 times more qualified than me can make me happy.
Wow. 100 times more. And who can know this? The thing is this, who will know that 100 times more important for Krishna? Who will know? Sata Krishna, who is always very close with him and who has a love for him, they can research to know that. If not, then they will not know this. And Krishna is not happy. Prabhupada said, assign only Krishna. Believe that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Believe on. Assignment means believing. There is no doubt. Not devotion. This assigning is not a devotion. Believe, full faith. Assignment means full faith. Can. No doubt. Only all my steps for you is love. Love. Huh?
Only someone who is 100 times more qualified than me can make me happy.
Wow.
It is impossible for anyone in this world to be more qualified than me. Only in Radha I experience that.
But Vinod Thakur said, who is not Radha devotee, never associate with her, because they are ignorant. They don't understand. If you have a desire for Raja Bhakti, never meet and associate with them. They are full of ego and proud. No need to fight, but they will remember and do your other service. That is not a real association in life. In the teaching of Bhakti Vinod Alpavara, Acharya writes it.
So if your heart longs for Raja Rasa, never associate.
Yeah, longing of brother. Longing. I miss it. My never associate with Sudhanidhi. No?
So that is why Krishna chants the mantra which is marked by Radha's holy name in topmost loving ecstasy. Let that wonderful holy name of Radha be manifest on my tongue. The holy name is self-manifest, and a person who chants it with a service attitude will see Krishna directly and spiritually.
Holy name is self-manifest means that will bring you to see. The self-manifest means self create the form of and relate with the name, means relate with the person and fall in love with that person. And when you are in love, then you will search for that. If you have no love, you will not do that. Why you will bother to research? Anartha nivritti will never happen. You will be only work for anartha nivritti.
And also to have the faith that the name and the name are non-different.
Yeah.
And when you say Radha, here she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Radha.
The holy name is self-manifest,
Self.
Mm.
Yeah.
and a person who chants it with a service attitude
Yeah.
will see Krishna directly and spiritually.
Wow.
Srila Rupa Goswami teaches in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the holy names, forms, qualities, and so of Sri Krishna cannot be grasped through the material senses, but when one serves him with a service attitude, starting with the tongue, they will be automatically manifest.
Because material, body and senses will not touch the spiritual. My material body and senses will not reach to that place where the spiritual senses develop. Is not material. By the touch, the material will change in spirit. You see the Mahaprabhu. By the touch of Mahaprabhu, all the fishermen, all the human will materially jagai mathai. Only by looking, their life change. Why? The spiritual touch is change the material. So this is the name for it. And bhajan kriya, means bhajan and my behavior and thinking and action both should be in the flow of bhajan, means in the flow of your Ishtadev. That is bhajan kriya. I chant and my all activities is for against that bhajan. It's not bhajan kriya. Yeah.
The two syllables of Radha's name are filled with sweet nectarian rasa. They give bliss to all the people of the world and attract the Lord of Gokula. Japite japite Radha, Nama Maha Mantra Sada, Name Kore Premera Udoy. Purushartha Yoto Joto Hoy, Apadartha Moneloy, Radha Nama Heno Madhumoy. When one always repeats the mantra with the holy name of Radha, one will certainly attain love for her. The name of Radha is so full of honey that it makes the four goals of life seem insignificant. The mantra, which is marked with the name of Sri Radha, is the crown jewel of all mantras, and Madhava repeats it for himself with love. Prabodhananda says, may that name be manifest in my mind. The name of Radha is the greatest treasure. This ends the verse 95. What means the mantra which is marked with the name Sri Radha?
Mantra which is marked, mantra is for the mantra is marked with the name of Radha. Means for her. One is Radha and one is marked like Radha Bidimatra. Radha is marked for her. Dora is marked, Radha and Krishna is marked. Killing is the mark Radha and Krishna. So the mark is a Parkya Bhav. Is not openly mentioned, but is marked. The only who is deep to research, not a school student, who is a researcher, 1 to 3 years, then they will understand. Who is in a schooling or primary, what do you say? He cannot understand that. They will know with Radha only. They will not understand the mark anymore.
So you said Klim is Radha and Krishna. And when we have the mantra Klim Shrim, then it's Radha and Krishna and Radha.
Yes. Then I understand. Three. Two Radha. One Krishna. Oh. Sudhanidhi.
And Hare.
Hare is also marked for Radha. Nobody understands that what you do. You will take your head. They say, I am in a preparatory class. What you are doing, preaching. Why you are preaching that? If you are in your preparatory class or you're studying first, you complete your PhD to do that. Sudhanidhi.
Yeah, so Radha.
Then they will say, no, I am preaching for the preparatory student. After if you read for preparatory student, you have to pass the exam for that. For the teacher training, then you can do. You cannot do like this, that you are a student of preparatory class and you start teaching to preparatory school. You are not fit for teacher, no? Huh? What about principal? How you can be a principal of this school? No, I am principal now. See, ये आनंदेर विषय what a विषय subject only to live in the ecstasy of happiness. There is no chance to go out of that. Service and love. What is the time to do out of this? Anything. Service and love. Love and service. Service and love. Love.
The speech, Narada Modi in the speech that he did in Kumbhakur, he said the same thing. Service and love. Mr. Modi.
Yeah. This is the essence of the everything, because this is the Radha and service is Radha and receiving that love is Krishna. Love of Radha is Krishna. There is nothing out of Radha and Krishna and more. Service is Radha, who always serves in love to Krishna. And Krishna is love. Who give love The whole universe. See Radha 24/7 is the reservoir is giving that flow of love to Sham. Who give their reservoir and who receive makes peace. Sham. To receive love of Radha and through the service. That is the to do and to live that. Nothing else they can do. And if you think other things, then it's a project for business. Project managers. Institutions. Right? Good association, but for the project. Right?
Then you start a mission.
Then mission starts.
And then you go back to religiosity and not the spirituality.
Yeah. Religiosity, then not a spirituality.
No.
Then liberation. We want to liberate from all suffering, what is created. That is the different process, not that spiritual.
It's written here. Religiosity leads to financial gain. Financial gain leads to sense enjoyment. And sense enjoyment, through frustration, leads to liberation. No but.
No, but
All of these goals are selfish purposes. But loving devotion to Krishna is the selfless fifth goal of human life.
yeah, oh, this is Rasamani. Always keep on in our right direction. That is Radha. By Rasa is put on for flowing one direction.
Beyond.
One time, I was sitting in Ecuador. There is one ocean, and there is a river meeting to the ocean. And this house was there, the point where you can see the meeting place. One very nice, very big person. I stand looking. I see the river is flowing to the ocean. And then I'm really looking. Then we went to take lunch. And when we come back, I see the ocean is flowing to the river. I was so surprised. I never see this. Then I asked to the person who is the owner of that place. He said, yes, this is the beauty of the ocean and river meeting. Then I realized ocean is big, river is small. But when they meet each other, who is bigger and who is small, you cannot assess it. Sometimes they flow in the river, flow in the ocean, and ocean flow to the river. Who is bigger and who is small? They forget this identity. But what is the many places you sit, but if you not see how you will understand Radha and Krishna, how you will realize whose love is big and how they become small to receive and big to flow. Prabhupada saying 10:10, when we are signed with Krishna, then slowly, we understand
The ultimate.
ultimate goal. What is devotional practice and what is Radha. Jai Radhe Vrindavan. Radhe Radhe